The Steed Ponte Auto Group in Herkimer and Yorkville and Turnbull Insurance since 1866 present Mohawk Valley Living, exploring the arts, culture, and heritage of our region. A special good morning to Tom, watching in Sydney.
Good morning and welcome to Mohawk Valley Living. Thankfully, most of you, well, all of you remembered to turn your clocks ahead. Today it's a typical midwinter day, I would say. End of winter day. We are all eagerly looking forward to spring, but there are things you can still do even now, like here at the Fort Stanwix Visitor Center, open 7 days a week. So stay tuned as we spring forward and travel all throughout the Mohawk Valley.
There was music in the valley, there was music in the air, there was music all around.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Steed Ponte Ford Lincoln Mazda in Yorkville, where we meet some of the guys. Tony shows us a sharp, showroom new, top-of-the-line Lincoln. And Joel gives us a tour of the features of a surprisingly affordable and energy-efficient new Mazda. The March issue of Mohawk Valley Living is now available, featuring the first signs of spring. Look for the free Mohawk Valley Living magazine at our advertisers.
Of homegrown melody and song, from back porch picking to the Stanley stage. If you listen, you can hear the music play.
The Steed Ponte Auto Group is proud to bring Mohawk Valley Living to you each week, serving the Utica area and the Valley with outstanding customer service. In Yorkville at Steed Ponte Ford Lincoln Mazda, Steed Ponte Volkswagen, and Steed Toyota Scion. And in Herkimer at Steed Ponte Chevrolet. Stop in and see why it's so easy to do business with Steed Ponte. You go the extra mile for your small business and should expect the same from your insurance company. For over 140 years, Turnbull Insurance Service has been committed to local small business. For your commercial coverage, turn to the company ready to go that extra mile. Turn to Turnbull. Experience winter air before it's gone. Over 100 works by national and international artists through April 27th. Capturing that intangible energy of a cold winter's day. On display at View in Old Forge. Winter hours, Thursday through Sunday, 11 to 4. Do you see the glass as half full? Then read the positive news from Central New York every day at uticarocks.com. The Artisans Corner in Clinton features art from the heart of Central New York. Handcrafted, one-of-a-kind, affordable artwork and gifts. Check out the St. Patrick's Day cards, clothing, jewelry, pillows, and glassware at the Artisans Corner, open every day in Clinton. Melrose Supermarket is your family hometown market, known for their choice hand-cut meats, homemade breads, and fresh pastas and salads. Check out the weekly specials at Melrose Supermarket, East Main Street in Frankfort. Shop NJ Fleehand for professional quality espresso machines, KitchenAid appliances and attachments, barware, glassware, and bakeware. Whether you are outfitting a restaurant or your own gourmet kitchen, NJ Fleehand has the equipment and experience. Open Monday through Saturday at 703 Bleecker Street in Utica.
Hi, Dr. Tom. Bringing your cat to the Paris Hill Cat Hospital on Sundays is a part of Mohawk Valley Living. Come inside and see why.
Paris Hill Cat Hospital, this is Lindsay. How can I help you? Hello, Mrs. Cole. Your cat is losing weight and you need an appointment? And you're only available on weekends. Sure, I have an available appointment with Dr. Karen Sunday at 2 p.m. Does that fit into your schedule? Okay.
We're open 7 days a week because we know that your cat can become ill anytime. The Paris Hill Cat Hospital, quality care for your cats and kittens.
The winner of our Spring Seed Starter Kit from M&M Hydroponics and Garden Supply in Utica, drawn randomly by computer from hundreds of entries, is Tina Farley of Yorkville. Thanks for all the entries. It's nearly spring in the Mohawk Valley, which means people are lining up at the Minute Car Wash in South Utica to wash off all the sand, salt, mud, and grime. Minute Car Wash was one of the first car washes to open in Utica back in 1959. making it the oldest car wash still in operation, now operated by Joe LaPaglia.
No, I used to be a customer here a long time ago because I used to work right across the street at the United Food and Commercial Workers building. And I used to come here all the time. And when I retired, I thought it'd be just a nice business to get into. You know, I've really switched careers here. And the only thing I didn't realize is how much money the equipment costs. So we've totally revamped the place. We've totally replaced all the equipment. And we've made a lot of improvements to the building also. We're the only car wash that's a full-service car wash online in the whole Utica area. We vacuum the carpets, we send the car through, we prep it very well, we remove all the ice from the wheel wells, and we wash the car, towel dry it, and we also provide window cleaning and wipe off the dash, and we finish it off with a spray fragrance. Yeah, it is. I have so many people that come through here. I can't believe how many people come through here and tell me, I used to work here. I used to work here. And this goes back to the 50s, 60s, you know, so it's been here a long, long time.
For me, Minute Wash is tradition because years ago, my father, after church, every Sunday, and I mean every Sunday, he'd come here to have his car washed. Never missed.
Experience a new, old-fashioned car wash at Minute Car Wash off Parkside Court behind Arby's in South Utica. With our car now all clean and shiny, we decide we can once again show ourselves in our hometown of Clinton. We visit the always interesting Clinton Historical Society, located in the former Clinton Baptist Church at 1 Fountain Street. We find Society President Bob Teggart busy as usual organizing historical documents. And downstairs, Richard finds some interesting artifacts.
In 1888, Lithia water was discovered in Franklin Springs, which led to the creation of many bottlers, including the very famous Split Rock. Split Rock and Franklin beverages were operated here in the 1940s by the very well-known Soupy family until Mr. Kernan purchased the business in the early 1970s.
The Clinton Historical Society is open Wednesday from 1 to 4, Saturday from 1 to 3, and by appointment. Located at 1 Fountain Street in Clinton. For lunch, we visit our friends at Karam's Middle East Bakery and Restaurant in Yorkville. The place is busy as usual, but now they have a whole new dining room with plenty of space for their growing customers and their growing family. The walls are covered with pictures of family and Lebanon, and see John is happy to give visitors a tour.
This cedar is 4,000 years old, the particular cedar. And this is also, it's on our dollar, and also is the symbol of our flag, the flag of Lebanon. You see it right there?
It's snow in Lebanon.
And we have so much snow in this area here. We have chalet, that we used to live in the chalet. And when we're gonna get out, we'll bring the snow inside from the door. We'll make like tunnels so we could go outside and clean. It's a lot of snow.
Since we were last here, not only has John and Mary's family grown, but so has the restaurant. When you come here now, there's a whole new section over here with 10 tables. So even though it's a popular place, it's easier now to find a table.
Karam's Middle East Bakery and Restaurant is open Tuesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 3 at 137 Campbell Ave in Yorkville. We head around the corner and up the road to New York Mills to Wild Things Pet Shop. It is the perfect place to visit on a cold, gray day if you're in search of some tropical color. They have over 200 aquariums with freshwater fish and some saltwater fish too. Located across from the Fitness Mill at 582 Main Street in New York Mills. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 6.
Well, if a drunk man's words are a sober man's mind, it's all the same to her unless it's written on that line. Everything fades away without my pen. He who reaps, he writes, he sows. Patiently the pen waits under my nose. I come up with a good idea every now and then. but ideas seem to chase pens out the door. Murphy's Law prevails once more. With a million things to write, don't tell me where the heck is my pen.
Watch Mohawk Valley Living every Sunday on Fox 33 and UTR. And pick up the free Mohawk Valley Living magazine the first of each month. Available at many locations like these throughout the Mohawk Valley and at your closest Stewart shops. When planning your family's future, turn to the principles of the past. Turn to Turnbull. Turnbull Insurance Service is an independent agency representing the most dependable companies for all your insurance needs, as well as complete financial planning and wealth management. Call today for a free assessment. Now you can take out hot specials for lunch and dinner at Maria's Pasta Shop. And on Sundays, fried dough, fried meatballs, and fresh-baked rolls. Maria's Pasta Shop, Oneida Street, Utica. Visit Brenda's Natural Foods in their brand new, bigger location, right down the street at 236 West Dominic Street in Rome. Brenda's Natural Foods, something good and a lot of it. Make any day a special day and a special day even better with fresh-baked pastries and cookies from Cafe Caruso on Bleecker Street in East Utica. Stop in or call ahead for special orders. Spring color is peeking through at the Village Crossing. It's a great time for sales on winter clearance items, making way for new spring fashions arriving daily at the Village Crossing in Clinton.
Hi, welcome to the Little Falls Antique Center in the shops at 25 West. We have 2 full floors with 50 vendors of interesting and unique products ranging from specialized to very eclectic, primitive to the not so primitive. Remember, shop local, we're worth the trip.
Celebrate the first sign of spring during Sugaring Off Sundays. See sugaring demonstrations, have a taste of jack wax, enjoy children's activities, and the Empire State Carousel. A full pancake breakfast is served from 8:30 to 1 every Sunday in March during Sugaring Off Sundays at the Farmers Museum in Cooperstown. This afternoon at 3 o'clock, Heather Buckman returns to conduct the Hamilton College Orchestra in the annual lecture demonstration Brainstorm Concert. The performance is at 3 o'clock today in the Wellen Hall Schambach Center for Music and the Performing Arts at Hamilton College in Clinton. Expecting company? Just call Deansboro Superette. They prepare delicious Middle Eastern platters for any number of guests. Call 841-4377.
I'm gonna watch the sunset in the desert. Be the prettiest sight to live.
Special thanks to Turnbull Insurance Service and Mark and Jim Turnbull. Their continued support makes the show possible. The world's first postage stamp was introduced in the United Kingdom in 1840, and people have been collecting stamps ever since. The American Philatelic Society was founded in 1886. The Greater Utica Stamp Club began 95 years ago in the spring of 1920. The club meets here at the New Hartford Town Library the first Tuesday of the month. Although members all collect stamps, each has their own personal taste in collecting.
People collect stamps on cover. They collect revenues. Other people collect airmails. Other people collect commemorative stamps. Other people collect stamps by country. They might collect English stamps or stamps from a country in Africa or Russia or Asia. It's usually an interest that the individual has. That's what road they take in collecting stamps. I think myself, people are interested in, you know, the history of a country or events that happen, and they pick up on the commemorative aspect, you know, through the stamps. I got started, my mother was a stamp collector, and her father worked at the Utica post office, and I just picked up the stamp collecting bug from her, and from there it escalated into, you know, 60 years of real pleasure.
The Greater Utica Stamp Club invites you to join them at their next meeting. Bring your collection if you have one, or learn how to start stamp collecting. The next meeting is Tuesday, April 1st at 7 p.m. at the New Hartford Town Library. The club meets the first Tuesday of each month. 1 minute it's sunny, the next it's snowing. But no matter what the weather, the Fort Stanwix Willett Center is open and free. It's a great place to spend a cold day. And if the weather's cooperating, there are guided tours to the fort at 10 and 2.
Well, during the wintertime, we are open every day of the week, 9 to 5, and folks can come here, get out of the weather, enjoy our movie programs, and learn a bit about the significances of Fort Stanwix. We have an enormous archaeology collection of about 500,000 items, and during the summer months we make that available through some special tours. People would be best to call the visitor center to find out about those. But also during the year we put portions of our collection on exhibit, and so an example would be our temporary exhibit on powder horns that folks can come and see and learn more about how people transported gunpowder during the Revolutionary War. In addition to being a horn and a utilitarian object, they are carved and engraved and personalized. And so folks can learn about the artistry behind that. They're carved with some interesting place names and slogans that we may not understand today, but help us understand their lives during the French and Indian War.
Visit the Fort Stanwix Willett Center in the heart of Rome. Open daily from 9 to 5 with guided tours of the fort, weather permitting, at 10 and 2. Located at 100 North James Street in Rome.
Got a smile, he was on his way. If I could play guitar, it'd be a miracle. If I could get that far, it'd be a miracle.
The Steet Ponte Auto Group is proud to bring Mohawk Valley Living to you each week, serving the Utica area and the Valley with outstanding customer service. In Yorkville at Steet Ponte Ford Lincoln Mazda, Steet Ponte Volkswagen, and Steet Toyota Scion. And in Herkimer at Steet Ponte Chevrolet. Stop in and see why it's so easy to do business with Steet Ponte. Call Yannick Excavating for all your residential and commercial projects, from new construction and land clearing to septic systems, driveways, basements, ponds, and topsoil. Visit yannickexcavating.com.
Everyone knows the Window King for windows because he's been selling good windows cheap for years. But R.A. Dudrak is much more than windows. He's windows and doors, kitchens and floors. So whether you're looking for energy-efficient windows to save money this winter or a new kitchen to brighten up those long winter months, the Window King has it all. Visit their showroom in beautiful Holland Patent and see for yourself why R.A. Dudrak is the Window King.
Do something about your chronic pain. InterX Therapy can be the answer to your post-surgical or sports injury rehabilitation or chronic neuropathic pain. Call Dr. Michael Tucherone at 853-6225 for non-invasive InterX Therapy. Meelan's Meat Market is your meat headquarters, featuring low-salt, low-fat smoked ham and store-made kielbasa. Every hot dog, beef patty, and sausage is made by Bob Meelan himself. You'll find everything from store-made meats to fresh salads and tabbouleh at Meelan's Meat Market in Clark Mills. This afternoon at 3 o'clock, Heather Buckman returns to conduct the Hamilton College Orchestra in the annual lecture demonstration Brainstorm Concert. The performance is at 3 o'clock today in the Welland Hall Schambach Center for Music and the Performing Arts at Hamilton College in Clinton. That special art, photograph, or memorabilia deserves a special frame. Oscars creates one-of-a-kind gold and silver leaf mirrors and frames. Oscars Picture Framing, 12 Kellogg Road, New Hartford. Tom's Natural Foods is your connection to local farms for natural and organic fruits and vegetables, meats, eggs, cheeses, and other milk products at Tom's Natural Foods in Clinton, naturally. Shop Shelter for handmade Adirondack furniture designed by craftsman Jim Kiefer. He works with you to create custom pieces to your specifications, from dining room and coffee tables to bookcases, beds, and bunks. Call or visit Shelter on Main Street in Old Forge. This week, we head north to Old Forge for the last chance to enjoy the fall foliage. The Scenic Drive is a main attraction, and crossing Moose River is one of the highlights of the journey. This mountain waterway is a favorite for whitewater rafters and kayakers.
I'm gonna make my name.
Although you'll meet other leaf peepers this time of year, most of the tourists are gone, especially if you visit on weekdays.
So honey, don't look for me in the morning. Don't cry my name.
Although Old Forge is quieter this time of year, there are 1,000 stories in this little hamlet, and the staff at the Weekly Adirondack is on the beat. We ask Marianne Christie, one of the owners of the paper, what kind of stories they cover.
Well,
It could be just about anything, like for instance, this fundraising for the Strand Theater. It's huge fundraisers that people have done, but kids were doing lemonade stands and selling popcorn and doing other things to contribute to keep the theater going, and it's an amazing thing. It's been a great community effort from every aspect of the community. So that's just part, you know, just a small part of it. Plus local government, what's going on there, things that are affecting everybody, the taxpayers, or your quality of life. The people that come into this community as visitors or as short-term property owners or whatever, they love to know what's going on in the community, and they feel like a big part of it. And it's nice to be able to put a face on our community every week.
They'll take care of you, take care of your friends. There's nothing better you can do. Look at the clock, the time is now. Tomorrow's no promise anyhow. Take care of your friends.
After hearing about the community support for the theater, we thought we'd stop by the Strand to say hi to Bob. But he's not here. Across the street, we notice a new roof and colorful paint job on the old Howard Johnsons. And sure enough, we find Bob Card hard at work and covered in paint. He recently restored this local landmark that was at risk of being torn down. We head back over to the theater, where Bob remembers Richard's love of Good and Plenty's. He tells us that after all the years and countless hours spent restoring this classic 1920s theater, the cost of conversion to digital projection systems could have been the end to it all.
Well, it's an expensive proposition. Studios aren't going to distribute movies on 35mm film anymore, only digitally on hard drives, so all the equipment has to be replaced. So for a theater like ours that has 4 screens, we're faced with a cost of about $300,000 to convert. Interestingly enough, I mean, people just came out of the woodwork to help us. Community groups formed. Adirondack North Country Association did a campaign called Go Digital or Go Dark to help us and other theaters in the Adirondack Park and North Country. Locally, the Central Adirondack Association and Cap 21, which are both Old Forge-based organizations, formed a committee of people who just stepped forward and started doing all sorts of fundraising events. And then there are kids doing lemonade stands all on their own, you know, and out there selling bracelets, and it was pretty amazing, actually.
To date, they have raised over $150,000 of the $300,000 needed to save the Strand. You can make a tax-deductible donation through Cap 21 or the ANCA. Call 369-2792 or visit strandoldforge.com for information. And look who's stopping by to be a part of the effort, Gary Van Riper of the Adirondack Kids book series. He and his son and co-author Justin have donated copies of their 8th book, Escape from Black Bear Mountain, to help the Strand Project.
There's a lot of things that makes this theater special. I mean, if you just walk around this place, it's like a museum. A lot of interesting artifacts that are here. Plus, when you see what Bob and his wife have done to, you know, renovate this place. And so we decided to do what so many people in this community have done. We joined the rally to try to make sure these doors stay open.
You can buy Adirondack Kids number 8 at the Strand Theater in Old Forge. All proceeds go to the Strand Theater Digital Conversion Project. Also check out Gary and Justin Van Riper's latest book, Adirondack Kids number 13, The Black Fly Bad Guy, available at your local bookstore.
The time is now, tomorrow's no promise anyhow. Take care of your friends. Look at the clock, the time is now. Tomorrow's no promise anyhow. Kill your friends. They'll take care of you, take care of your friends.
For lunch, we decide to head back to the brightly colored Front Door Diner. This diner and bar is a new venture for Albert Kiss and Tom Greco, a couple of local guys. They are quickly becoming known for their homemade food, including the unusual yet addictive truffle oil fries.
This has been a landmark in Old Forge for as long as I can remember. I recall coming here as a young man. It had that very famous orange roof back when it was a Hojo's, a Howard Johnson's. Well, the roof is again orange, and you can come here and have food that's incredible. Homemade bread, homemade soup, homemade East Utica Riggies right here in the heart of Old Forge.
We opened the restaurant in the end of June. Me and a friend of mine, Tom, decided to go on the venture together and take on the massive reconstruction of the old Howard Johnson's. Bob Carr did a lot of the work. He's the landlord. And then we redid the whole kitchen and bar and refinished the front diner as well. I'm trying to get different food in here, doing Mexican food, doing Greek food, doing some original Italian food as well, pizzas and whatnot. Going great. I mean, we can't complain. We've caught up on most of our bills and paid our taxes for the first time, so I guess we're real adults now.
There was day trips and fishing trips and camping and Saranac Lake. Long gone the innocence, I surely miss those days. It's been a long, long time for me.
Overlooking downtown Old Forge is a brand new restaurant bar, the 46 Sky Lounge. It officially opens in the spring of 2014, but we're invited up for an introductory opening. We skip the elevator and climb the 3 flights of stairs to check out the view. We ask the manager, Brian Murphy, son of the owners of Tony Harper's restaurant below, how the response has been.
Oh, awesome. People have loved it, the views, and I don't think people have seen a rooftop bar in this area ever. So it's something just really, really exciting, and you get to take in all the nature and everything that this town has to offer.
People watching.
And people watching, exactly. Yep. That's one of the most fun parts. People don't think to look up, so you can sit up here and have a drink and check out the town and get a pulse for it. Starting next season will be May 1st to October 31st, and this next couple of weeks with the weather is kind of like a soft opening to see what works, what doesn't, and then be ready for next year and hopefully have a lot of fun up here.
As I drive through the road and burden hillside, I can feel my troubles fade away. Nothing like trees and mountain streams to bring you back to reality.
If the 46 Sky Lounge wasn't high enough for you, you can take the McCully Mountain Scenic Chairlift up over Old Forge for sweeping views of Fourth Lake. We even meet some fans of the show enjoying the ride. The chairlift operates daily, except Tuesdays, through Columbus Day weekend.
Hello, my old friend, it's good to have you home. Oh, why did you go?
Got a head like a beam. He steers a T-bird like you never seen. Picks up the young ones at the Dairy Queen, saying hop on in now. 'Cause